Introducing first, he is the leader of exile. He is pure evil, CJ Carter.
Hello everybody and welcome to Pro Wrestling Clash. It is our 1 year anniversary show. I am the Mastermind Ollie Spring, joined as always by TJ Lee. And TJ, happy Clash birthday.
Oh, it's a beautiful 1 year anniversary. To think it has been a full year since we joined the Clash roster and saw this company grow into the wonderful, wonderful business it is, in a packed out crowd in Boreham Wood. And how things have changed in 1 year.
You look at our very first show. You look at our very first show 1 year ago, and like you say, you look at how far we've come. You look at how far people like CJ Carter have come.
And it's insane to think of the people he's amassed in that time frame. And we've seen him just come off a huge war, a blood feud against Marcus Anthony, Ollie, and that was an absolute war.
It was one of the most brutal matches in Clash. No, you know what? No, take that back. It was the most brutal, physical, destructive match we have ever seen here in Pro Wrestling Clash. And I think, Tej, you will probably agree with me that CJ Carter came out of that match. He will never be the same again.
100%. It was the match he had everything to gain and everything to lose in as well. But it was the most important match of Marcus Anthony's career. And several tables destroyed later, we're still not at the conclusion of that war. But for the time being, we have now got a little bit of a pause on it, because there is a debut on the Clash roster, and they have to face Pure Evil.
Yeah, I think the Archangel and Pure Evil are just destined to fight forever. Their paths will cross again, I'm almost certain of it. But as you said, yeah, CJ Carter's got his work cut out for him.
And introducing his opponent, you'll like this one, I should imagine, making his Pro Wrestling Clash debut, he is the gnarliest wrestler in the world. Please welcome Chuck Mambo.
And Pure Evil's opponent, Chuck Mambo, making waves, pun fully intended. I'll be honest, he's possibly one of the biggest, one of the most important free agents in British wrestling today, because that is something we have to start addressing now.
Yeah, I mean, it is an important thing. Free agency is becoming a very important title to hold on your shoulders, especially in the age of signings and exclusive contracts. Chuck Mambo rides the shores of free agency, and he's someone that has been around for a while now. We first saw him really kind of hit the scene, if you will, back with one of our biggest companies in the UK, 2012, and since that time he has gone on to become a bona fide star in his own right, and now is on demand everywhere.
Oh! Before the opening bell, CJ Carter just jumping Chuck Mambo. He was doing his kind of
his normal shtick.
Yeah,
you know,
standard pose to the crowd, photo opportunity for everyone in the front row. And
oh wow,
it seems that loss to Marcus Anthony has lit a fire under the belly of CJ Carter. He is not playing well. He never plays by the rules, but he really does not care tonight, Tej.
It's definitely unhinged him a little bit, but I think one thing I was going to say before CJ rudely interrupted me, and it's these vicious shots as well. One thing to note is that Chuck Mambo might be a smiling guy, he might be a surfer dude, he might be the gnarliest guy in pro wrestling, but he's no joke. He's no slouch.
You don't get to the point that Chuck Mambo's at without picking up a significant amount of wins, and you do not get wins if you're not good enough. If you don't take this seriously, you will not pick up those wins. So Chuck Mambo, he is all smiles. He is all smiles and playing, giving everyone a good time. As you see right now, using the fire from the crowd to light the fire in his own belly. But he is all business inside that ring. He knows exactly how to pick up the W's. And if CJ Carter isn't careful, he's going to find himself on a back-to-back loss here.
And that would be terrible in terms of what Clash's opportunities give out, because once you start getting on that loss, on that lost sequence, I think it's going to really affect the momentum and his confidence.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Mambo.
As much as that knee is going to affect his lower back and his support for standing upright and doing any basic moves, Mambo just showing that speed, Ollie.
He followed through with that forearm shot straight to the outside. Just absolute fluid wrestling, no wasted motion from Chuck Mambo.
Quick shot and a nice kick to the side. But one of the things that's interesting to note is that normally CJ is the most agile guy in the ring when he's wrestling someone. Or perhaps being matched by someone like Marcus Anthony. It's rare that we see someone outpacing him. And Chuck Mambo has successfully done that.
I think if there's one thing oh, wait a second. Look at this springboard onto that top rope. No hands, dive to the top rope. Have you ever seen something like that in Clash?
It's the comfortability in high octane and high action environments, and Chuck Mambo is definitely that. Wearing the Pride shorts as well. A proud representation of the LGBTQ plus alliance. He wants to be all-inclusive for everyone. I want to have a good time, but right now, definitely not CJ Carter. He would be the exception to the rule.
And, you know, Tej, we look at the history of CJ Carter here in Clash. You know, he calls himself pure evil, and he conducts himself as pure evil. And I think right now, Chuck Mambo could be the perfect foil to that. There is nobody with a brighter outlook on life. And if anybody can bring some light to the darkness that is CJ Carter's landscape here in Clash, I think Chuck Mambo could be that man.
I'm going to disagree with you there, Ollie. I don't think you can bring any light to pure evil, but I think he can certainly show him a new way of living, a new way of looking at things. But I think CJ would spit in his face and then try and make sure darkness falls around the ring.
I'm sure he would try, but I think...
Oh, look at that. Short Irish whip. Vicious.
When you're Pro Wrestling Clash management looking to bring someone in to take on CJ Carter, there, I think that you would struggle to find a better foil to pure evil than Chuck Mambo. I mean, look at the guy. He is literally, it's light versus dark. It is rainbow colors versus just darkness.
I think I can agree with you there, but it's just more the attitudes and the way we've seen CJ behave like this. You can't argue with that kind of evil behavior. You can't really do anything to change it. All you can do is try and stop it. And Chuck Mambo's going to have to go into his toolkit.
Quick roll up, two. And you see there, CJ Carter going to those kind of rule-breaking means, and Chuck Mambo not letting him get inside his head, just running straight up, quick roll up, showing that it's going to take a lot more than that to get in the mind of Chuck Mambo.
And look at this, just trying to restrict the air to the lungs of Chuck Mambo, using all his weight on the lower rope as well. Just doesn't care about the safety of his opponent.
Folks, CJ Carter's victor at the last show. Marcus Anthony will also be in action later tonight, taking on Spike Gervais. And of course, we have that huge match for the Clash Championship.
We've seen this before. Slingshot, switch around, drop kick.
Outside in, trying to cave in the chest of Chuck Mambo.
1, 2,
just cover.
Just the 2 count though. And of course, the next match after this one is that Meteor Eliminator match.
Oh my God, I am so excited for that.
you will be disqualified.
We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
In senior referee and reminding CJ Carter that he is not above the rules and his aggression shouldn't get the better of him. And now Mambo trying to kick away Carter.
He's mine.
And even though he suffered a loss, perhaps there's still confidence because he's done so many aggressive and hard-hitting matches. Perhaps he feels he can take anyone.
Blocks the super kick, but Mambo goes low.
Oh boy, Ollie.
Time to go surfing.
Yeah, it might be cold outside, but you know what? There's a heat wave here in February for a reason.
Surfboard submission attempt. And look at this, just wrenching back on the neck.
Oh, just pulling back there. Doing anything he can to make sure that CJ knows and respects the man in the ring with him.
That's such a tricky maneuver to lock in, especially keeping your opponent as far away from the ropes as possible. Mambo showing his technical prowess. But again, CJ Carter, honestly, CJ, I think that loss to Marcus Anthony has just snapped pure evil and pushed him even further into the darkness.
I don't even know that was possible, Ollie. But you know what? I think you're right. He's just becoming more and more unhinged, and he has to keep, and he sounds like a joke, a bad joke, but he has to keep the faith. He has to keep faith in himself that he can accomplish this.
I mean, yeah, imagine if that one big high-profile loss pushes him to these depths. Just imagine what another loss today here to Chuck Mambo would do.
Think about it. Nice backdrop.
I hate to say it, but for the
for
the sake of Clash, I almost want CJ Carter to win this, because I do not want to imagine what this place could turn into if the leader of Exile faces another high-profile loss.
Yeah, that would not be a pleasant situation. And forearm cover just shows a little bit of arrogance there. But now again, he's shoving him away. Seeing a little bit more.
But you see, Mambo will not. Yeah. He will not be. He will not be beat down. He will not be intimidated.
Oh!
And fighting back with palm strikes of his own rapid
there we
fire.
Go. Boom! And we talked about this before. Chuck Mambo may be a happy dude, but he is the gnarliest wrestler you'll ever see for a reason. And a kip up for good measure.
And again, another head of steam, another running forearm into the corner.
Irish whip.
The wheels are starting to turn for Mambo now, Siege.
Yeah, even at this late stage, so much energy. Siege trying to get reversal.
Oh, diving blockbuster.
Mambo's got to capitalize, and he's going up top. He knows that there has to be something he can pull out of his bag of tricks. Something spectacular in order to secure that W.
Springboard knees.
Beautiful.
1, 2, 3. Oh, 2. Just the 2. And I think right now, CJ Carter knows it's time to dig deep. It's time to see what he's made of. It's Mambo right now. He is rocking and rolling. Looking to pick up a win here in his debut.
Burrito. Yeah.
Oh, calling for a bad burrito.
If he can hit this, he'll be all over. Oh, and CJ wisely using his weight to get away. Rolls Mambo through.
Super kick. Oh!
Blocked. Blocked again.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Second super kick finds true. CJ gets through.
Oh! Snap German suplex. Snap German, I think that was the move. I think that halted all the momentum Chuck Mambo had built up there, Siege. Oh, whoa. Split.
Oh, he's going
to the line.
Bad
burrito knees to the stomach. 1, 2. Oh, just the 2. But Mambo knows. When the bad burrito doesn't work, it's time to go. Springboard off the ropes. Oh, no water in the pool.
CJ's got to take advantage here.
Picks him up. Blue Thunder Bomb.
1, 2.
No!
Mambo out.
Mambo out at the Blue Thunder. And the crowd now starting to get behind Chuck Mambo. They can sense he's closing in on a victory here in his debut.
Oh, and distracted there.
Oh,
and while the ref is looking away.
Come on, no.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, come on.
Unbelievable.
But TJ, you know, I did say it earlier, I think that was potentially the best outcome for the landscape of Clash. Feed the ego of pure evil, and he might just let us get on with the rest of the show. But still going low while the referee's back was said, I'm taking out Jerry Bakewell.
Unnecessary shove to Jerry Bakewell as well.
You can shove around your opponents, you can shove around the referees, but you do not put your hands on Jerry Bakewell.
And here's the thing, having to resort to such tactics to cheat, taking Mambo's shark tooth necklace as a ultimate disrespect, a trophy. The question now remains, now his confidence maybe a little improved. Who is he going to go for next?
Something tells me CJ Carter will go for whoever takes his fancy. Right now, that's the confidence boost he needs. But folks, up next, we do have that Meteor Eliminator. So strap in tight because that one is going to be a wild ride.